Trying to figure out what to do after a car wreck can be just incredibly tough, especially when you're supposed to be healing. So today, we're going to break down a really crucial resource for Michigan drivers that can honestly make all the difference in your recovery.
Yeah. If you're feeling overwhelmed, maybe a little confused, or just plain stressed out trying to manage everything after a crash, you are definitely not alone. That is a completely normal and understandable way to feel.
All right, let's dive into this. Because let's be real, the shock of the accident itself, that's just the starting line. What comes next is often a whole different kind of marathon.
And this is the hidden battle right here. It's not just about getting the car fixed. All of a sudden, you're drowning in a sea of confusing calls from insurance adjusters. You've got mountains of paperwork piling up, and you might even face delays in getting the medical treatments you need to get better. It all just creates this constant hum of stress and a very real risk that you could miss out on the benefits you're actually entitled to.
And that's the thing, isn't it? Your energy, your focus, everything should be going towards your recovery. You shouldn't have to be wrestling with a complicated and frankly, frustrating system.
So what if you didn't have to fight that battle by yourself? This is where a personal advocate can step in, specifically someone called a case manager.
So what exactly is a case manager? Well, you can think of them as the project manager for your recovery. They're the pro who steps in to handle all that administrative heavy lifting, all the documents, the scheduling, the endless back and forth with the insurance company. And they do it all to make sure your claim is as solid as it can possibly be.
You know, this quote just says it all. It really captures the entire idea behind case management. The goal is simple. Take that administrative weight off your shoulders so you can finally focus on what truly matters, your health.
Okay, so we know what a case manager is, but how do they actually turn all that chaotic paperwork into a smooth process that helps you? Let's get into how it really works.
It really comes down to a clear action plan. First, they coordinate your care. They're on the phone with your doctors and therapists, scheduling treatments. Next, they become the master of your documents, making sure every single medical report is accurate and complete. Then, and this is a big one, they take over all the communication with the insurance company, submitting claims correctly so things don't get held up. And finally, they track every single expense, making sure everything is accounted for to maximize your benefits so you don't leave any money on the table.
Now, this isn't just about being organized. We're talking about a real, tangible impact on your life and how quickly you can get back on your feet.
Just look at the difference here. Without a case manager, you're the one juggling all those calls, you're risking mistakes on the paperwork, and you're just burning out from the stress. But with one, your advocate handles the calls, every detail is tracked, your claim is optimized, and all that precious energy of yours goes right where it belongs, into your healing.
So what's the end game? What does this all lead to? It's simple. A smoother path. That means faster approvals for the treatments you need, fewer frustrating claim denials, and getting the financial support that's so critical during a tough time.
Now, we've been talking about case managers in general, but for anyone in Michigan, there's a really critical detail that you need to know about.
The thing is, Michigan's system is not like anywhere else in the country. The state's no-fault insurance laws are famously complex. Understanding all the little details can make a huge difference in your claim. And honestly, it's not a system you want to try to navigate on your own, without an expert guide.
See, a local expert, someone who works inside this system every single day, brings knowledge you just can't get anywhere else. They know the ins and outs of Michigan's insurance laws, they're familiar with the specific medical networks in places like Detroit, and they know exactly what to do to make sure every single eligible cost gets included in your claim.
So when you put it all together, what are we really talking about? We're talking about empowerment. It's about taking back control and shifting from just reacting to everything to actually directing your own recovery.
And that kind of leaves us with one final question to think about. In all the chaos that comes after an accident, it's so easy to let your own health take a backseat to phone calls and paperwork. So it's worth asking yourself, are you really able to give your recovery the undivided focus it deserves?